Now in this section we deals with law of symmetry. It is the third law in crystallography. So far we have discussed law of constancy of interfacial angle and law of symmetry. Law of constancy of interfacial angle and law of fractional indices, and third one is law of symmetry. What this law state? This law clearly state that crystals of same substance always possess same elements of symmetry. For a given substance, there are large number of crystals made up of unit cells can be there, and all these crystals have same element of symmetry. That is the law. To prove this law, we are considering a cubic system. NaCl, KCl, etc. exist in this cubic system. So we are considering cubic system as example, not going for other 6 systems. But this law is true in 7 crystal systems. We are concentrating only on cubic system. In 5th semester in group theory, you have studied about elements of symmetry. I think you have studied around 4 elements of symmetry. But now for a cubic system, we have only 3 elements of symmetry, which are plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry, and center of symmetry. You know the meaning and definition of each one. At first, we start with plane of symmetry. It is an imaginary plane passing through the center of the object, which can cut that object into 2 equal halves, such that one half is the mirror image of other. Totally we have 3 plane, axis and center of symmetries, but in plane of symmetry at first we have a definition. How to define a plane of symmetry? Plane of symmetry is an imaginary plane passing through the center of the cube or object, which can cut that object into 2 equal halves, such that one half is the mirror image of other. For a cubic system, we have 2 kinds of plane of symmetry. 2 kinds of plane of symmetry, which are rectangular plane of symmetry, and diagonal plane of symmetry. Diagonal plane of symmetry. At first, rectangular plane. To explain this one, at first you have to draw a cube. Consider a cube. We are just completed a cubic shape. This cube needs to be cut into 2 equal halves by a rectangular plane. That is why we are calling it as rectangular plane of symmetry. We can draw that plane like this. This cube can be cut like this. sorry. This is a rectangular plane, okay, which cuts this cube into two equal halves. One is here and second one is here. That is this one, which cut front face and back face. That rectangular plane cut front face and back face along with top and bottom. Next one, we have to cut like this. One plane we are creating, okay, this one. It cut one half above and one half below. One is half below above and one half below. So two equal halves have obtained. Here you can see cutting of left face and right face along with front and back. So this is also completed. Now you have to cut like this. When we cut like this, one half will be in the front and one half will be in the back. This is this cutting. So we have completed 3 cuttings in rectangular plane of symmetry. Now we coming to diagonal plane of symmetry. What is diagonal plane of symmetry? We have to cut this cube into two equal halves along the diagonal. Okay. So you can draw like this. This is a plane. Cut this cube into two equal halves. It is a triangular shaped one and this is another triangular shaped part. Two equal triangles. That was the structure here. In the same way, you can do it like this also. Back upper corners to front bottom corners. This is another plane. This is this structure. This type of many structures are possible. Another possibility is this and this. That is another diagonal plane cut into two equal halves. You have to draw these lines also, then only it will feel like a plane. This is one half and this is another half. So how many possibilities we have? 6 possibilities we have. How to find it? Here we are cutting two edges, one edge and another edge. Two opposite edges are required. Two opposite edges are required to make a diagonal plane. How many edges we have in a cube? 12 edges we have. To make a diagonal plane, we need 2 edges. So for 12 edges, we will get 12 by 2, 6 diagonal planes. That is this 6 planes. Totally we have completed 9 planes of symmetry, 3 in rectangular plane and 6 in diagonal plane. Now we proceed to axis of symmetry. What is axis of symmetry? I think you know the definition from 5th semester itself. It is not an imaginary plane. It is an imaginary line. Imaginary line passing through the center of the object, about which that object can be rotated, so that it will give identical appearance before completing one revolution. ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിനുള്ളിലൂടെ കടന്നു പോകുന്ന ഒരു ഇമാജിനറി ലൈൻ, ആ ലൈൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ലൈനിനെ ആധാരമാക്കി നമ്മൾ ആ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ റൊട്ടേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പക്ഷം 360 ഡിഗ്രി എത്തുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് തന്നെ അത് സെയിം അപ്പിയറൻസ് കാണിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും, ഐഡൻറ്റിക്കൽ ഓർ ഇൻഡിസ്റ്റിങ്ക്യൂഷബിൾ അപ്പിയറൻസ് കാണിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ അയാൾക്ക് ആക്സിയോസിമെട്രി ഉണ്ട് എന്നാണ്. ഇവിടെയാണ് ഫോൾഡ് എന്ന വാക്ക് നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. 4 ഫോൾഡ്, 3 ഫോൾഡ്, 2 ഫോൾഡ് എക്സെട്ര. അത് കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് 1 കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റൊട്ടേഷൻ ഈസ് 360. 90 ഡിഗ്രി റൊട്ടേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ഐഡൻറ്റിക്കൽ കിട്ടിയാൽ 360/90, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് 4 ഫോൾഡ് ആക്സിയോസിമെട്രി. ചില സമയത്ത് 120 ഡിഗ്രി തിരിച്ചാൽ മാത്രമേ സെയിം അപ്പിയറൻസ് കിട്ടൂ, അപ്പോൾ അത് 3 ഫോൾഡ് ആക്സിസ്. ചില സമയത്ത് 180 degree rotation will give indistinguishable representation, then it can be called as 2 fold axis, C2, C3 and C4. For a cubic system we have axiosymmetry like this. This is, that is, first one is 4-fold axis of symmetry. 4-fold axiosymmetry. What it means? When we rotate through 90 degree, it will give indistinguishable representation of the first one. So again, a cube. After completing the cube, you have to draw a line through the center. This axis or line passing through the center of the upper face. Here upper face and coming out through the center of the lower face. This axis we are numbering left face as 1, back face as 2, right face as 3 and front face as 4. When it is rotated through 90 degree, what will happen? When this structure is rotated through 90 degree, what will happen? This front face, which we have numbered 4, come to this position. 4 will be here, and that one go back, 2 come here and 3 comes to the front. When again rotated through 90 degree, this 2 comes to the third, 3 goes to 4, 4 go behind and 1 comes to this right, then 2 comes to front, 3 here, 4 in the back and 1 in the left. When we continue the same by rotating this one, 1 comes to the front, then 2 go here, 3 to back and 4 to front. When once again we are rotating, the exact representation of this one happen, that means 1 go here, 2 here, 3 here and 4 here, which are identical. So before one complete rotation, that means 360-degree rotation, we will get identical representation 4 times. Before one complete revolution, we will have indistinguishable representation 4 times. So it is 4-fold axis of symmetry. To have 4-fold axis, we have to cross 2 face centers, upper face, lower face. Otherwise, left face and right face, this is another possibility. Otherwise, front face and back face. So 4-fold axes are 3 in number. They are 3 in number. Now we proceed to 3-fold axis. 3-fold axis of symmetry, that is this one. How to draw it? Simply we can draw it to parallel lines. Then this is a cube. This is a cube. And you have to draw the line through opposite corners. You can see here, entering through this corner and coming out through this corner. So you have to pass it through this corner and coming out through this corner. That line will pass like this. So to have a 3-fold axis of symmetry, line should pass through opposite corners, this one, or you can have through this corner to this corner. That is another possibility, and so many conditions can be, so many lines can be drawn like this. Totally a cube can have 12, can have, oh sorry, not 12, 8 corners. So 8 by 2 equal to 4 in number. So 3-fold axes are 4 in number. 4-fold axis 3 and 3-fold axis 4. In 4-fold axis we have to cut 2 faces, totally 6 faces, so 6 by 2 3. Here we have to cut opposite corners, totally 8 corners, so 8 by 2 4 3-fold axis. Then we come to C2 axis. C2 means 2-fold. 4-fold means C4. 3-fold can be written as C3. It is C2. C is the representation for axis of symmetry. Here you have to draw again a cube. To draw C2 axis or 2-fold axis, C2 or 2-fold axis, again you have to draw a cube. Now 2 parallel lines and make it a cube. Join these 2 points and line should pass through opposite edges, center of the opposite edges. This is one center, this is another center. 2 opposite edge centers about which this can be rotated. When it is rotated 180 degree, it will give the identical representation. So it is C2, that means two-fold axis of symmetry. Here we are cutting opposite edges. Totally we have 12 edges. So 12 by 2, 6 C2 axis. 6 C2 axis. Total is 6 plus 4, 10 plus 3. 13 axes of symmetries are there for a cube. For a cubic system, we can have 13 axes of symmetry. And initially we have completed 9 planes of symmetry. Now we are coming to center of symmetry. What is center of symmetry? Again, you go for a cubic system, and in a cubic system this point is called center of symmetry. The importance of that point is, this point is not in front face, not in back face, not in left or right face. It is just at the midpoint of the cube. When we draw a line from this point in opposite direction, it will meet identical entity at equal distance. If you move a particular distance to this direction, we can see a face. When we move same distance in opposite direction, again we will get a face. Towards this end, face. Again here we have face at the same distance. When we move like this, we will get corner. Same distance we will get another corner. When we move like this, we will get an edge. When move the same distance in opposite direction, we will get another edge. So it is a point inside the body through which a line passing through that point meet identical entity at equal distances in opposite direction. If such a point is present in an object, that point is called center of symmetry. For a cubic system, we can have such a point. So cubic system have one center of symmetry. So plane of symmetry 9, axis of symmetry 13, center of symmetry 1. Totally we have 23 elements of symmetry for a cubic system. It may be NaCl, KCl, anything it can be. Any cubic systems can have 23 elements of symmetry. That is law of symmetry. You may be confused when drawing two-fold, three-fold and two-fold. That is very simple. You don't want to draw the cube in slanted position. Instead, you can draw a cube like this, a correct cube like this, and you draw the line through opposite edges like this. If corner, then you can draw this corner to this corner. That is also possible. You will get complete mark. So totally a cubic system can have 23. So 23 elements of symmetry. So we have completed the topic law of symmetry. In examination, if you have been asked to write about laws of crystallography, you have to write law of rational indices, law of constancy of interfacial angle, and law of symmetry. Then there is no need to discuss about Miller indices. But if you have asked about Miller indices, you have to do it. Okay, thank you.